Okay, so I'm going to be talking. Oh, let me just adjust my light 1 second. There we go. Okay, this is Gold USD. I'm just going to take you through what I did today. All right, so see what we've got here. We have demand down here. We have supply up here. So on the higher time frame, I'm thinking, well, I'll just buy off of when price comes down back into here and then shows me signs of bullish bias. So what I do is I wait for price to come back down into this zone, the overlap of the order block with the demand zone. Then I wait for some form of bullish confirmation. So I'll look for some sort of bullish candle that closes out of the supply zone. Just buy off of that and then target the order block. And it works pretty well. It works very nicely. Because essentially what you're doing is you're forming some sort of, you're trying to find the bias. So if you can find a good bias, then that helps you a lot because you can find the draw and liquidity much easier. Obviously it doesn't work all the time, but using the higher time frame chart allows you to just see the overall trend much easier. So that's what I use, and it works well. So moving on to Euro USD. So we have demand at the bottom, supply at the top. This is on the higher time frame. That's supply and demand on the higher time frame, so it's going to give you more of an overall draw on liquidity because you're going to understand where the price is moving to on the higher time frame. We get an order block put in here, a bullish order block, and we just enter off the first bullish candle when the price re-enters that order block, off of some sort of displacement to the upside, and then a retest into the zone. So we don't just enter straight away off of this sort of accumulation here. We enter off of like a push out, and then we enter in here. And then you just do it again. Literally just, it's like a duplicate somehow. You just, do the same trade twice. Now, this is interesting because I actually predicted this exact move. I didn't even take this trade because I was on the way home from school at the time. I put this position in and I actually even drew the line up here. So there were lots of order blocks in this zone here between the supply zone and this order block here. This bit of liquidity here and this supply zone. However, I knew that price was going to push through because we'd already filled orders in this demand zone. Now, what that's telling me is on a high time frame, we're now moving bullish because we've come into the demand zone, bearish, maybe some form of, I don't know, complex pullback or something. We fill orders in that zone and then we start to move to the upside. That's exactly what happens here. We essentially use that higher time frame bias with our lower time frame confirmation, which is our order blocks, liquidity levels, and that's pretty much it. Trying to keep it as simple as possible, remember, don't want to overcomplicate it. Well, we've even broken through this order block to rebalance to this demand zone. Sellers are going to be even more exhausted in the market, so then buyers are then going to make the move to the upside. And I saw that when price was reaching this order block, there was a fake out to the downside. Now the reason I think it's a fake out in this instance is because we do wick the top of the order block, which to me is telling me that buyers are actually in control. And it's just the market trying to get sellers into the market so that then they can take their stops and take their money. So that's the first instance where my whole year and 2 months of trading that I've actually encountered a trade like that, where I'm buying into order blocks, buying into bearish order blocks as well. But I'm glad I saw it. I read the market like a book today, so that's good. It's good improvement, so I'm happy. I'm very happy. Overall, very positive day. There weren't any signals in GBP USD, so I mean, it is what it is. You're not going to get signals in every pair that you look at every day. So maybe tomorrow I'll get a couple of signals. I guess we'll just wait and see. But today and so this week, so Monday, Tuesday and today, I've been absolutely brilliant. Been some of my best trading days ever, so I'm super happy. and I'm going to try and take that positivity through the rest of the week and just keep the momentum up. I think at this point it's just about momentum, just keeping going, just executing on the setups that work, and not trying anything new. I'm not going to try anything new because that's just going to be a waste of time. I know my edge works in the market, so I'm just going to milk it as much as possible, really. Anyway, I hope that was informative, and I hope you enjoyed it. And I should be uploading every week, so I'll see you in the next one. Bye.